is the genesis of this story? What led you to create the nature of duality in the two main characters?
Okay, well, I was inspired by the spirit of BBC's show Sherlock to celebrate intellect, smart humor, and crossing multiple genres. My goal was to explore two multidimensional characters we've never seen before. So what happens if we raise the stakes and take two people so diametrically opposed? There's no conceivable way to bridge that divide. Like a dominatrix in debt to a mobster and an Episcopal priest hiding from his past in Serbia. It would take a full movie packed with action and intrigue and drama for them to fall for each other. Even better, since one character's very survival depends on the relationship and the other's carefully protected life would be destroyed by it. Gives a new meaning to sexual tension. And that's just a single layer of the conflict.
All right. Now, Craig, there is drama, comedy, and action in the script. As a director, what kind of tone did you want to have in the final product? Of course, in consultation with the writer and lead actor.
That's absolutely true. So when Lorrisa wrote the script and refined it over a long period of time, and we saw together what it was becoming, and I finally saw that final script, it really kind of embodied all of the different things that we wanted to see in movies and from characters. And my job as a director and producer was to ensure that everything that was on the written page that we'd already approved and worked on together made it to the screen. And I would say probably close to 95 to 98% of the script that we both looked at for years and years and years. And those things made it to the screen. And I knew reading the script, and I knew over the years of working on it with her, that if we were able to do that, that we would have a really compelling and fun movie to watch. And we feel strongly that we accomplished that.
All right, great. So Lorrisa, you and Mickey O'Sullivan had good chemistry in your back and forth main relationship in the film. What were the keys to that chemistry beyond what was scripted?
Well, in over 20 years of writing, I've never invested so much of myself and my spirit into characters or relationship as I did with Radovan and Ava. Mickey O'Sullivan, who we met for the first time in the casting process, he's a highly skilled, committed actor, and he sacrificed for this unusual, extremely challenging role. We found no actor his equal. So I attribute our on-screen chemistry to excellent casting and two strong actors working at the top of their game with a passion for the story.
Yeah, and I'd like to add to that.
Sure.
When we auditioned, folks, we were told by many, many, many people that we would never find the actor we needed in Chicago, that we would have to do, we'd have to import somebody from California or New York or wherever. And we didn't necessarily agree with that. And Mickey was literally the needle in the haystack for us.
Better than what we
would have found. He was doing 2-hour CrossFit sessions twice a day to get himself into physical shape because of what was required of him in the role. And we're really pleased with his work.
And that's on top of the acting chops he already had.
Yeah.
Very cool. So Craig, when you're working with actors and they're not giving you what you need to complete the scene as you see it, what is your best technique for making the adjustments with them to get it right?
As a director, I had to make adjustments with that because I'm a theater director. Okay. So I directed and produced theater for decades. And and we all know that when you work in theater and you rehearse, you have a lot of time to refine your approach. You kind of work in a journalistic way where your big picture to start, and then by the time you're done rehearsing, it's down to the finest details. With a movie, it's different because you expect actors to know their lines, to come in, have an understanding of what they need to do. Now, I would always coach my actors and tell them when I was producing and directing theater, if you trust me, you will look the best you can possibly look. And I use the same approach with my actors in this movie. I had no problem if I was not getting what I needed in a scene from an actor to shut down the entire shooting process, tell everybody to take a break for a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour, and run lines and explain what I needed and give them a chance to shine. The only thing with movies is the stakes are a lot higher because it has to be done in that moment. So I had to do that on a few occasions. And ultimately, I was able to get the performance that I needed from the actors in doing it that way.
Lorrisa, you position yourself as an action movie type of actor, but beyond that work, what type of acting do you feel matches your sensibility as a performer? Comedy, drama, or any other type of genre, and why?
I started off in theater with period pieces, both as an actor and writer, so those are always dear to me. But I enjoy and shine best in strong roles that are smart and compelling. So I often get called in for the femme fatale evil queen types, which I love.
Go figure.
Villains are where all the fun is. So much of portraying that power is in harnessing one's vocal tools and focusing physical energy. In years of doing international improv and 12 years doing motion capture with the Mortal Kombat, Harry Potter, and Injustice franchises for WB, I've explored so many characters solely through physical expression, which is a huge advantage in mining all comedic potential as well.
Craig, the foibles of low-budget filmmaking are many. What, what is an example of an intuitive way you create a scene to make it look like a bigger budgeted result than how you structured it behind the scenes?
Oh,
the fire
Lordy.
scene? Should we talk about
Yeah,
the fire scene?
so there's one scene that really kind of stands out for all of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was the big fire scene, if you recall, where the church burns down.
Mm-hmm.
And we did all of that burning effect and fire effect with practical effects. There's really no CGI in that. This is all accomplished with lighting and different types of things. And
that was like a scene out of a behind the scenes movie itself.
Yes.
Because we had, we ran out of fans. Our wonderful gaffer, Zach Richmond, set up these lights with gels that he cut into strips in different colors, and then fans in the windows of the church to make it look like there was fire inside the actual church.
But we ran out of fans.
So we had my mother who ran craft services and our
with placards fanning the gels
our
to
costumer,
make them flutter.
our hair and makeup, all, as soon as he called action, they're all inside fanning these things, creating the fire effects.
Yeah, but anyway, so what we had to do
awesome.
that day, we had it scheduled for the fire department to show up with a fire engine and an ambulance and all of the firefighters. And we had a very small window of time in order to do that. But to add an extra wrinkle to this, there was a giant cold front approaching.
Oh, wow.
We needed to film this at night. It had to be done at night.
Outside.
And the forecast was for rain to start at 7 o'clock, and we needed to start shooting at about 8:45. I really wanted to try to get this done without being rained on. So we set up all the cameras. We had a big canopy to protect the cameras. We rehearsed all this kind of stuff. And shooting time came, and all the weather went completely around us. It was raining everywhere but on us. It was absolutely unbelievable. The movie gods were smiling on us that day. So that was just a matter of having everybody come together as a team and understanding what we were facing together and overcoming that challenge. It was great.
This is Patrick McDonald for HollywoodChicago.com. Copyright 2020.